Welcome, Unspoken Word Series, Corruption, Part 2, The Breakdown. To fully understand this battle, we must first start with the creation of mankind. It is said that the first human was created by dust, mud, or clay. The Quran tells us that he was made from soil, which was mixed with water that later turned to clay. Chapter 38, verse 71 and 72 says, "And remember when your Lord said to the angels, I am going to create a human, Adam, from sounding clay, of altar black smooth mud. So when I have fashioned him and breathed into him his soul, created by me, then you fall down, prostrate to him." The book of Genesis says, "And the Lord formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and he became a living being." Chapter 2, verse 7. So you see, even our Creator took his time to make sure we were molded the way he wanted, to his perfection. Woman was created due to loneliness of man. She was created from the left side of his shortest rib. And God said, "O mankind, be dutiful to your Lord, who created you from a single person, Adam, and from him, Adam, he created his wife, Eve. And from them both he created many men and women." Chapter 4, verse 1. Now the pair is complete. They are free to live in the garden as they please. But let's not forget Shaitan's promise. "Surely I will sit and wait against them, human beings, on your straight path. Then I will come to them from before them and behind them, from their right and from their left." Verses 16 and 17, chapter 7. How did he get them to eat the fruit? The same way he gets us to do bad deeds. He gets in our hearts and our minds. From the mischief of the whisperer of evil, who withdraws after his whisper, the same who whispers into the hearts of mankind, among jinns and among men. Verses 4 through 6, chapter 114. What are jinns? Jinns are beings made from fire. The Quran chapter 15 verse 27 says, "And the jinns race we had created before from the fire of a scorching wind." According to the Quran, Shaitan whispered into the hearts and mind of Adam and Hawa. They became so filled with the thoughts of the hidden fruit, the forbidden fruit, they forgot all about Allah's orders. They were banned from the garden and sent to dwell on earth for the rest of their days. They asked Allah for his forgiveness, and he forgave them. "Get you down upon the earth, all of you together, from paradise. Some of you are enemy to some others. Then if there comes to you guidance from me, whoever follows my guidance shall neither go astray nor fall into distress and misery." Verse 123, chapter 20. You see, jealousy and envy have been around since the creation of man. Because of Shaitan's jealousy, he purposely misled mankind, and now we are forced to battle good versus evil. While on earth, Adam and Hawa started a family. It was said that she had about 20 pregnancies, each consisting of fraternal twins. The first set were born named Kabil, also known as Cain, and his sister. The second set were Habil, Abel, and his sister. It is said that she continued to give birth until Allah ordained. As time went on, Adam and Hawa continued to obey Allah. They remembered just how the evil one tricked them. Shaitan had more of his sleeve for mankind. Adam and Eve vowed to serve Allah and obey his word. They vowed to teach their children the word of Allah and to obey him. You see, Allah did not punish us for the sins of Adam and Eve. He forgave them. Shaitan vowed to punish us with a deception of heart and mind because he feels he is the better creation. Allah tells us in the Quran chapter 35 verse 18, "And no bearer of burden shall bear another burden." Then they both ate of that tree. And so their private parts appeared to them, and they began to stick on themselves the leaves from paradise for their covering, and thus did Adam disobey his Lord. So he went astray. Then his Lord chose him and turned to him with forgiveness and gave him guidance. Verses 121 and 122, chapter 20. So you see, we grew up thinking we're paying for the sins of Adam and Hawa, another contradiction in Christianity. Shaitan's plan was to mislead the rest of mankind, any soul that would let him. Qabil did just that. He committed the first murder. In order for humans to reproduce in those times, they were allowed to marry each other from a different womb. So Qabil married Habil's sister and vice versa. Qabil was not happy with the choice for him because she was said to be ugly. Qabil became envious of his brother Habil and started disobeying his father and Allah. Allah decided he wanted them both to make a sacrifice and he would only choose one. Allah chose Habil's sacrifice because he gave Allah his first, the best. That made Qabil even more envious and he plotted to kill his brother. Qabil and Habil's story is almost like Adam and Shaitan's story. Jealousy took the best of them both and now they live with regrets. You see, before Qabil murdered his brother said this to him: "Verily God accepts only from those who are pious. If you do stretch your hand against me to kill me, I shall never stretch my hand against you to kill you. For I fear God, the Lord of mankind, jinn, and all that exist." Verses 27 and 28, chapter 5. His brother did not listen and later lived to regret, saying this: "Am I not even able to be as this crow and to hide the dead body of my brother?" Then he became one of those who regretted. Verse 31, chapter 5. Do we not see a pattern? The pattern of our enemy? Do we not see how he uses other people's advantages or blessings to make us feel less worthy of what we have? Is it time we open our blind eyes and stress for the light deep within this dunya?